Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day, so new comics are hitting the shelves. You can get them digitally, you can get them physically. It's like the best day of the week because it's new comic book day. DC's hooking us up with one of their trade releases. This is Dark Knight's Metal, the Deluxe Edition. It's from Scott Snyder, art by Greg Capullo. Collects issues 1 through 6 from Dark Knight's Metal. The event had just ended like a couple months ago. Yeah, I don't know how to describe this. It is bonkers. It's out there. It really brings together a lot of stories that have been building for years at this time. The DC Universe basically gets extended further than the multi-universe, and we get the Dark Multi-Universe. Really cool concept. Really interesting stuff. Pulls together a lot of things throughout DC's history. It's maybe my one knock on it in that there's probably some things that unless you really knew about it in DC's history, you might not quite dig it as much. But the story is just out there. Like, it was supposed to have a metal attitude. It's got a metal attitude. It's just, yeah, it's bonkers. I don't know how else to describe it. It's completely crazy. It lives up to the hype. It is a comics event. Yeah, it's awesome. And you got Greg Capullo's art, and the art is fantastic. There's just some insane stuff in this, like. Yeah, you got the Justice League going all Voltron, form of like Voltron in there. Yeah, like all hell breaks loose. Batman's like running around doing stuff to like without telling people. He rides a dinosaur, people. Like Batman's riding a dinosaur. Things don't get much better than Batman riding a dinosaur. This is basically an event that I think it's a key one. This is going to be a key DC event. It's obviously launched a lot of stuff since. From this, we went into, obviously, No Surrender. No Surrender's giving us the new Justice League. We've got the whole new age of heroes that's spinning out of this. The whole concept of the Dark Multiverse is really cool. I dig it. I love it. There's this thing called, like, the Source Forge. It dives into the Source Wall. Yeah, it's just... It's amazing stuff. Like, it really is cool. It's out there. It's crazy. It builds a lot of DC's continuity and history into, like, one volume. I think it does help a little bit if you know more about some of these characters than, like, the average reader, but you can still enjoy it. It's out there. Like, it's insane. It's awesome. It's metal. It's really cool. And this is a great volume. So you got the deluxe volume. Obviously, you got the cool... cover that's got the metal on it, which is great. Even taking that off, you got just that metal cover, which is sweet because it's metal. And then on the back, or not in the back, of course in the back we got variant covers, which is some great extras. We got the regular covers. We got sketches of the like Nightmare Batman. Basically, the story like involves Nightmare Batman, and then this character who's like coming in to destroy the world, the universe, and bring it into the dark. And we got some sketches. You can see Greg Capullo's amazing art. This is really, really cool. This is a great story. It was a great event. I know a lot of people think event overload and fatigue is out there. This, to me, is a prime example of how to do an event. It was really good. It lived up to the hype, which seems to be a very rare thing. I recommend it. If you haven't read this, it's worth checking out. If you got the single issues and loved it, it still might be worth checking this out because you got the extras, you got the variant covers, you got the sketching, the art. Other than that, I don't think there's tons extra in it as far as beyond that. Like, it's just the sketches, the variants, and the main story and the covers. But it's cool. Like, to see Capullo's pencils, I think is well worth it. So yeah, basically, like, if you haven't gotten this and you're intrigued, I think it's worth getting. It's $29.99. Obviously collects the full event for all 6 issues. So you're looking at $5 an issue, and the extras off the top of that you get for free. That's one way of looking at it, maybe. I don't know. And of course, you got this nice hardcover book, and really cool cover if you ask me. So I loved Dark Knight's Metal. I thought it was actually one of DC's best events for a while. Really brought together, I think, bridged the Rebirth and New 52 really well in the tone and style of everything. So for that, I got to give him massive props on that, to be able to really kind of get that dark edginess of the New 52 and the kind of the hope and wonder of Rebirth. And this really is kind of, I think, just that bridge story between the two styles, eras of the DC universe. So yeah, this is out. Go get it. It's really cool. You can go get it in comic shops today. You can get it in bookstores, I think, next week. As far as that, go support your comic shop. We got a link beneath this. You put it in your zip code, tell you if your shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got affiliate links. They are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site. Supporting our site, I want to thank DC's as far as that. Thank you always for the hookup of books. We love doing these videos, love doing reviews, and it's really cool to check stuff out physically. Thank you for watching. As always, your watching is support. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like I praised this series when there was single issues. I think there was maybe one issue I didn't like, but as a whole, as an event, I really enjoyed it. I think it kind of bridged a lot. It set the DC universe in a really cool direction. There is a lot of stuff added to it. It layered as far as that. Dark Multiverse was awesome. Where it went from there is really cool. And yeah, like this is just a bonkers out there, throw everything against the wall type story, and it's appreciated. The other is that I really enjoyed is that it there are times you feel desperate and that the heroes aren't going to win. To be able to actually read a comic and be like, I don't know if Superman and Batman are going to win this, or I don't know how they're going to get out of it, is pretty rare and feels great in a weird way. There's slight desperation to it, which is solid. Like, it's entertainment. It's supposed to kind of entertain us and drag us along emotionally and give us those highs and lows, which this definitely does. So I highly recommend it. I like the event. Go. You can get it today starting comic shops. As always, thanks for watching. If you're into DC, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.